Hello, welcome back to Half-Baked Media. I'm your host, Half, and this is the top 10 most scariest animals on face of Earth ever. So, hold on to your proverbial hats and let's dive right in. First up on our list is the majestic copperhead. Yes, those lovable land eels, those legless lizards, those slimy rope vermin. The copperhead is a species of venomous snake, a pit viper endemic to eastern North America. You know, my grandma once told me that they put off an odor like cucumber, so if you smell cucumber, run. And that's handy to know, but what if there's one hiding in a salad bar? Ba-dum-bam! Now, the copperhead's venom is less potent than other pit vipers, and they generally use a warning bite before injecting venom. If you are bitten, seek medical attention immediately. I guess that one's kind of obvious, though, because you're going to be in a lot of pain if you're bitten. I'm no coprophiliac, I just think that snakes are slimy and gross. I don't want to touch them, I don't want to pet them, I don't want them near me. My buns don't want to get bitten, hon. Coming in at number 9 on our list, it's the majestic crocodile. Yes, those prehistoric dino lizards, those four-legged pythons. These big brutes are anything but buttes. Unless they're a pair of boots, by crikey. Got ya. They're still not beautiful. As the largest member of the lizard family, these behemoths have a bite strength that can bust a bowling ball. Their diets mainly consist of goats, local nuts and berries, horses, grizzly bears, elk, and pirates. Oh yeah, and fingers, sometimes. Experts agree that if you encounter one in the wild, doing a handstand and screaming at it so the upside-down sound waves confuse it will not work. I know if I ever encounter one, I'm going to throw whatever meat that I'm carrying at it, and I am going to run. And then I'm going to wonder how I ended up in Florida and/or Louisiana. It's nothing personal, it's just I hate hot weather, I hate humidity, I hate big snakes, I hate big spiders. I understand Florida's got a bit of a python problem right now. And of course, crocodiles are terrifying, and I should know I am an authority on terrifying animals. I'm making a top 10 list about them. Okay, onward and forward. Number 8 on our list is the majestic hermit crab. Yes, those disgusting sand spiders. Hermit crabs are the only known aquatic arachnid, and they're more dangerous than you might think. Did you know they're a bacteria farm? They also spread disease. People have gotten E. coli from these. Their razor-sharp pedipalps, or pinchers, have been known to slice through fingernails. Hermit crabs are lazy housekeepers, and they never clean the inside of their shell, so the insides are usually just covered in black mold. I don't know how they reproduce, but if I had to guess, when you're by the ocean and you pick up one of their shells so you can hear the ocean, but I don't know why you need the shell. If you're by the ocean, you're going to hear the ocean. If you're away from the ocean, you're not going to hear the ocean in a shell. Anyway, they wait for you to hold it up to your ear, and they drop a larva on your cheek. And you're also in danger if you forget to lock their tank at night, hypothetically. But the larva, they drop the larva on your cheek, and it works its way up to your ear, and it just crawls right in there. And then it painfully wraps itself around your cerebral cortex. You become highly susceptible to suggestion, then you die. And that, in my opinion, is where baby hermit crabs come from. Alright, let's move on. Number 7 on our list is the majestic human. Yes, those bipedal simians, those masters of war. The cancer that's killing our planet. From mutually assured destruction to believing anything you read on Facebook, humans are hands down the stupidest species on this list. And I'm not excluding myself, I'm part of this species too. I watch TLC sometimes. Like, did you know that humans invented cigarettes? It's true. We're a species that invents ugly shoes and names them after the 9th most terrifying animal on the face of the planet. We're the species that lets J.J. Abrams anywhere near the film industry. We're the species that made the first episode of Black Mirror about a politician being blackmailed into f***ing a pig, and then ended the series with the Miley Cyrus concert. I mean, nothing against her, it just felt kind of forced, but that whole season sucked. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, hey, Half, I thought this was about why humans are scary, not why they're stupid. But just think, these people drive. There are people on this planet right now that think drinking bleach will cure cancer or autism. Which I guess if you drink enough of it, technically. But these people, they survived this stuff, and they breed. Idiocracy is a prophecy. Okay, let's move on. Number 6 on our list is the majestic cockroach. Yes, those 6-legged vermin. Those brown, non-bioluminescent, flightless fireflies. They may be strong enough to stand up to a nuclear bomb, but there are a few tricks to get them out of your house. Method number 1 is to leave empty beer bottles around the house. The yeast and that little bit of beer and backwash at the bottom attracts them, and then the beer poisons them. The second method is to take a loaf of stale bread, or, just a regular loaf of bread, and put powdered sugar and syrup all over it. Tie off the bag, cut little slits in it, then tuck it away in a dark cabinet and leave it for, about a month, until it's all moldy and shriveled. And the chemical reaction between the sugar and the yeast will again attract the cockroaches, and boom, they're dead. Only this time they'll carry little bits of it back to the nest and, kill the hive. And yada yada yada, they carry disease, E. coli, and so forth. Okay, let's move on to the next thing. This is creeping me out a little. Number 5 on our list is the majestic opossum. Yes, those feral ferret rats. Opossum! Opossum! Wherefore art thou, possum? Shakespeare kinda sucks. I mean, Romeo and Juliet, 2 teenagers meet, and within 2 days they decide that they're like the love of each other's life. So Juliet's parents are like, well, there's only one choice. We have to give her a sedative and make her appear dead. And Romeo was all like, no, my bae, my boo, my bae-boo, my boo-bae, Michael Bublé, Schmoopy. When he found her, he was all like, hey, wow, her skin's still pretty warm. That means she's dead. I'm so sad. It was about to be our 49th hourly anniversary. I'm only like 16. What are the odds I'll meet another girl? You hear that, Juliet? I'm coming to join you, honey. So there you have it. Opossums, everyone. Moving on. Number 4 on our list are the majestic tarantulas and scorpions. I saw this and now you have to. There are some still alive there. Somebody's gonna eat that. Ah, those wingless bugs of the apocalypse. Those hairy, 8-legged bugs. I encourage you to always be armed if these things are native to your area. At least have a big knife or something. Tarantulas are the world's largest arachnids, and if one bites you, game over, man. Game over. They are highly venomous. Necrosis comes quickly for the area around the bite wound, and their fangs have been known to sometimes harbor flesh-eating bacteria. Either way, you're probably losing a limb. But you don't know pain until you've been stung by a scorpion. A scorpion stinger contains anabolic acid, and it'll burn a hole through your flesh all the way down to the bone. But wait, there's more. When the acid hits your bloodstream, it causes hyperglaucoma-emia. Hyper, meaning high presence of, glaucoma, meaning glaucoma, emia, meaning in the blood. Okay, on to the next one. I'm gonna have nightmares. Onward and upward. Okay, 3 left to go, but before we go any further, I want to ask you to like and subscribe. Hit that thumbs up button. It'll really help us out. I'm also going to leave a link at the end of the video to my animated short film, Sobriety Anonymous. Okay, let's get back to it. Number 3 on our list is the majestic brown recluse. Yes, those 8-legged loners, those brown spiders. They are particularly dangerous because they come in all shapes, sizes, and colors. They tend to bite people when they're asleep or when they're not looking, and the result is always rotten flesh or death. If you've ever woken up with an unexplained bump on your leg, it was probably a brown recluse. Were you bitten by a brown spider anywhere in North America? Brown recluse, definitely. Were you bitten by a yellow spider but you never saw the spider? Probably a brown recluse. If you are bitten, search the area, see if you can find the spider. If all you see is a green spider, probably a brown recluse in disguise. When you find the spider, swallow it whole, like no chewing at all. The spider has to be alive. And the spider's immune to the venom, so you absorb those antibodies when you eat it. The fever, sweating, flesh rotting should go away overnight. Just remember this old rhyme. If the hole in your flesh gets wider, find and swallow the spider. Okay, let's move on to number 2. Number 2 on our list is the majestic turtle. Yes, those toad snake bone frisbees. Those sneaky digit amputators. These creepy living, crawling igloos. They crap in their shell. A lot. Enough to where it's dried out and caked in there, and as they go, more of it crumbles out the back end. And as such, they are host to a myriad of parasites like tapeworms, pinworms, and dust mites. They also carry disease, such as lockjaw, human papillomavirus, and you guessed it, E. coli. In other words, if you get bitten by one of these, head to a doctor. And you better be careful too, because these things have razor-sharp teeth and horrible eyesight, so they often mistake fingers and toes for grubworms or something like that. And in about 30% of cases, you lose that digit. That's why if you ever go swimming in a dirty pond or a lake or something, and you can't see under the surface, be sure to wear leather boots and leather gloves. And that's it for number 2. Are you ready for what's next? Alright, here we are. Number 1 on our list is... Well, sort of, because number 1 is the majestic Skinwalker. Yes, those shape-shifty demons, those shadowy apparitions. The Skinwalker is every animal on this list. And more, there's like thousands of animals on this planet. And it could be anything. Your dog, your parakeet. There's only one way to see one in their natural form. You see, they can only be seen with cameras. Specifically low-resolution cameras with grainy picture. And their appearance can best be described as a person in a black hoodie at just enough of a distance that they look like a silhouette. Or, you know, any animal. They've even been known to take the form of mythical animals. You know, like Bigfoot, the Rake, Sasquatch. Sometimes they like to make a little mischief. They become a copy of your spouse. Then there's this whole back and forth like, no, I'm the real one, no, I'm the real one. And then one of them says, you're just gonna have to shoot one of us. Then the Skinwalker uses his hypnotic powers to make you shoot the real spouse. So the next time you see your spouse, punch them in the face. If their skin starts peeling off, you averted disaster, my friend. Here's the link to my animated short film, Sobriety Anonymous. Thanks for watching. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Good night.